Hi, welcome to the same boring video that every YouTuber did last week. If you guys can tell, I am now in HD and so much better quality because of my amazing, beautiful sister, Kendra. My family is absolutely incredible and I got a new camera for my birthday and Christmas and I honestly could not be any more grateful. But that being said, I have no idea how to work it yet, so if I go in and out of focus like crazy, I'm sorry. And also, the lighting in here is ridiculous at the moment, so I'm sorry for that as well. Hey everyone, Happy New Year. Damn it. First video of the year, off to a great start. Hey everyone, Happy New Year. My name is Jerica Rubinette and welcome to my channel, Just Jerry. In today's video, I'll be letting you guys know my beauty favorites of 2016, so let's get started. Starting off with brushes, my favorite brushes of 2016 were the Real Techniques brushes and also the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I can never say that. But I love these brushes because they're super soft and really durable. They're easy to wash, easy to use. They're actually the perfect brushes if you're a beginner in makeup, which I still consider myself a beginner because I still have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah, these are great brushes if you want to give them a try. I recommend buying them off of iHerb if you live in Australia. Moving on to foundation. So my favorite foundation for 2016 was definitely the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. As you can tell, it is clearly very well loved, but I love this foundation so much because I can use it as an everyday foundation or I can use it to go out for a special occasion. It works both ways really, really well. It's medium to full coverage. If you want to use one layer, it's very light medium coverage. If you want to use 2 layers, you can wear it to the clubs. It's great in photography. I don't find that gives me any flashback. This foundation is also really awesome for me personally because I have oily skin and it helps me stay matte for longer throughout the day. But if you have dry skin, I honestly think you could probably get away with not setting it with a powder. But for me, I obviously have to set it with a powder. You should try it out if you want to. It's pretty expensive, but I think it's worth it for a drugstore product. If you have watched any single one of my beauty videos here on my YouTube channel, you will not be surprised by my favorite concealer of 2016, and that is the Maybelline Fit Me concealers. I love this concealer so much because I use it for every different use that you can use a concealer for. I use the light one under my eyes to highlight. I use the medium colored one to hide blemishes. And with the darker ones, I usually contour with them if it's a very special occasion. They are amazing. I find that they have really full coverage, a nice finish. They last all day and they don't get too cakey on me personally. I think if you want to give them a try, you should because I've never been disappointed. Next, I will be moving on to my favorite setting powder of 2016, and that is definitely the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I use this every single day, and although it's not translucent like the package says it is, I would still recommend it. It has really good coverage, but it's not too cakey, and it definitely keeps me matte. It does what it says it's going to, and it's probably one of the only powders that doesn't separate weirdly on my skin. So my favorite bronzer is a very popular bronzer here on the world of YouTube, and it is Hoola by Benefit. I love this bronzer because I can use it to bronze up my skin and add some warmth, or I can use it to contour. It is not too warm, it is not too cool, and it's not too muddy. I love it. I highly recommend it. Although it's expensive, it's probably one of the only high-end products that I have and I use almost every day. My favorite blush of 2016 were definitely the Milani Baked Blushes. I have about 4 of these in all different shades and I love them so much because they add a really nice natural sheen, but not to the point where you're like, are you wearing highlighter on your cheeks for blush? It's not shiny, but it does have a very natural glow about it. Everybody always raves about the Luminoso blush by Milani, which I have and I do love it. It's such a great blush. But I personally prefer the Red Vino blush, I think that's how you pronounce it, by Milani, and that's because when I blush or when I sunburn, this is the color that I naturally turn. So it's a really deep dark red shade, but it's also really neutral. I feel like it matches almost every single lip color and every single eye look that you want to pair with it. So the only thing I have to say about this product is when you are using it, just make sure you tap off the excess because it's very pigmented. But other than that, it's a really great blush. My favorite highlight of 2016 was definitely the Mary Luminizer highlight by The Balm. and I got mine at Target. At first, I was super skeptical on if I wanted to spend that much money on a highlighter because my usual makeup collection is very drugstore and not very expensive. But I am so glad that I splurged that day and spent the money on it because it is the only highlight that I ever use. It is a really beautiful, like, pearly color, and it's not too glittery, which I find a lot of highlights are like a little bit too much. Although this is really intense and it gives you like that pop and highlight that everyone is talking about in 2016, it just has a really nice sheen and it's almost like a wet look, but in a good way. I recommend it. If you can't find a highlighter that you're happy with, try out the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. Moving on to brow products, I have not yet found a brow product that I'm like 100% satisfied with, but for 2016, the one that I found myself reaching for the most was definitely the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I love it because of the formula, and I also love the size and shape of the pencil. However, this is definitely not my shade. It's a little bit too light and a little bit too warm toned for my natural brows. But it's amazing because it's so thin and easy to control. And the other side of it is a spoolie, which is also like such a plus for me. It's like a 2-in-1 product. And yeah, if you can find your shade, I highly recommend this. Apparently it is a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but I don't know because I'm too broke to buy that one to tell you guys. But I loved the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in 2016. How many times can I say 2016 in one video? My favorite eyeshadow, I actually have two. I have one single eyeshadow and one palette. I bet you guys can't guess what the palette is. The single eyeshadow, I really don't know what it is. I stole it from my mom, but shh, she'll never know. And it's just a really nice, like, bronzy shade. I'll show you. I wore it on like a daily basis in 2016, and it's called Sunset, but I don't know what brand it's from, so that's some really useful information for you guys. The reason that I loved this shade so much is because it is a really nice warm bronze and it complements green eyes so well. What the hell is this? This is my natural talking face. It has a really nice shimmery color, but it's not too overpowering where you can't wear it every day. So I really wish I knew what brand it is from, but if you can look up 979 Sunset, it may possibly come up. It's an eyeshadow, and it's probably like all natural knowing my mom, so good luck, guys. If I can find it, I'll link it down below for you guys. And is anyone surprised that my favorite eyeshadow palette of 2016 was the Morphe 35O palette? Probably not. No! I love this palette so much because it's gorgeous. All of the shades are really easy to use and like you can use most of them on a day-to-day basis. Everyone always thinks of this palette as being like only warm toned, which I understand because if you look at this whole upper left-hand corner, it is basically all warm browns and oranges. But there's also some cooler shades down here as well. They have a lot of diversity in their colors, and if you want a palette where you can create almost any eye look besides just a plain black smoky eye, I recommend this palette because it's super pigmented and it's really easy to blend. My two favorite lip colors of 2016 both come from the brand ColourPop. So I have one nude and one red. My favorite nude color is called Skimpy, and it's actually a lip liner, not a lipstick. But I love it so much because it's a really nice pinky brown shade. And it's definitely like a nude, but it adds enough color to your lips where you don't look washed out. This is honestly like a My Lips But Better kind of color, and I have it on my lips right now. My go-to red shade of the year has definitely been Creeper by ColourPop. It is a really nice, like, almost orangey red. It's very warm toned in my opinion, and I love it so much because every time I wear it, I always feel like my eyes look even more like blue-green. If you want a red shade that will make your light colored eyes stand out, Creeper by ColourPop is definitely a must. I love it so much. The only negative thing I can say about it is that it's definitely very, very drying. So I always wear some lip balm beforehand to make sure that my lips are nice and moisturized. And last but definitely not least, my favorite mascara of 2016 has to go to the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I love it so much because it's really great for long lashes and it makes your lashes keep a curl all day long. If you wanted to pair it with one other mascara to create like a power duo, I definitely recommend the Maybelline Rocket Volume Express Mascara. These together are heaven on your face. I don't know what the hell that was. If I forgot anything, please feel free to ask me some questions down in the comments below. But anyways, that is all I have for you guys today, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more beauty videos on my channel, please feel free to give it a thumbs up so that I know for future reference. I will see you all next time, and until then, enjoy the adventure. Bye! I don't think I was focused for like more than half of that video.